Children, so now we have come at the end of our breach course, that is on day 45th. On day 45th, we have final test, test number 3. This test number 3 is for 30 marks. As you all can see, this is the question paper of test number 3. So first question is for fill in the blanks for 5 marks. 5 statements are there. You can take the screenshot from this because I am going to solve these questions on my page. Then next question, solve any 4 of the following questions is for 8 marks. Here you can see question number 2, which is for 8 marks. 5 questions are given and we have to solve any 4, but I will be showing you all 5 questions. Okay, so each question carries 2 marks from question number 2. So you can take the screenshot of this second question also. Now let us see the third question. In third question again we are having solve any 3 of the following questions. We have given 4 sub questions and from those 4 sub questions we have to solve any 3. But I will be showing you all 4 sub questions and you all have to solve all the questions in your paper. So this question number 3 is for 9 marks. That means each sub question carries 3 marks. Now we have come on the last question, question number 4. Question number 4 is again solve any 2 of the following questions. 3 questions are given, 3 sub questions are given and we have to solve any 2 sub questions. It is for 8 marks. That means each question carries 4 marks. So you can take the screenshot of all these questions from this video, and now we are going to solve these questions on our paper. So now you all can see what I have written: Mathematics Bridge Course Standard 8, test number 3, day 45th, and below that you have to write your name, own name and roll number. I have not written over here, but you all will have to write your full name with roll number. Now question number 1 is fill in the blanks. First statement: if the sum of the measures of 2 angles is 90 degree, they are known as, what are they known as? If their sum is 90 degree, sum of the 2 angles is 90 degree, they are known as complementary angles. So write complementary. So they are the complementary angles. Now if 9 raised to 3 multiplied by 9 raised to 2 equal to 9 raised to what? Because there is multiplication, bases are same, we add the indices. We have to add the indices in multiplication. If the bases are same, we add the indices. We all know that. So 3 plus 2, answer will be 5. Now next is, according to Pythagoras' theorem, in a right angle triangle, what is the formula for Pythagoras theorem? You all know that. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So we have to write hypotenuse square here. Square is given outside the bracket. You all will have to write only hypotenuse. Now pi is equal to, what is the formula for pi? Circumference of circle upon diameter. And last one is 5 raised to 5 raised to minus 3. 1 base, 2 indices. When 1 base and 2 indices are there, what we do with the indices? We multiply the indices. So 5 into 3 is 15. And this minus sign. This 5 is having plus sign. 3 is having minus sign. Plus into minus will be minus. And 3 5s are 15. So answer is minus 15. Okay. So in this way, you have to complete your fill in the blanks. Now let us go on the second question. Second question is solve any 4 of the following questions, 8 marks, any 4 out of 5 questions. But we will be solving all 4 questions. You all will also have to solve all the 4 questions. So let us solve first question. Evaluate the expression. We will have to evaluate the expression. We will do the operations one by one using BODMAS. Okay. So first we will do 50 into 5. What is 50 into 5? 5 zeros are 0. 5 fives are 25. So 50 into 5 is 250. Then we write the remaining operations and remaining numbers as it is. Only we have done this operation 50 into 5. Remaining operation, remaining numbers we write as it is, divide by 2 plus 24. Now 250 divide by 2. Divide. If you want, you can divide in the rough. Otherwise, you can do it orally. So I will be showing you in the rough. 250 divide by 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 minus 2 is 1. Sorry, 2 minus 2 is 0. This 5 we have to write down. 2 2s are 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. We have to put down this 0. Then 2 5s are 10. Remainder is 0. Quotient is 125. That means answer is 125. So answer of this 250 divided by 2 is 125. So answer of this 2 we have written. Now what is remaining? Plus 24 is remaining. Now we can add this 125 plus 24. What will be the answer? 4 plus 5 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. And this 1. 149 is the answer. So I hope you all have understood. First we have done 50 into 5, 250. Then divide by 2 and plus 24 we have written as it is. After that 250 divided by 2 we have got 125. Plus 24 we have written as it is. Then 125 plus 24 is 149. Now next question from question number 2. Next question is multiply. So let us multiply. Question is 15xy multiply by x square into y. So in multiplication what we do? We multiply the coefficients first. Here the coefficient is 3. Here 15, here 3. So first multiply the coefficients. 15 into 3 we will multiply. Then we will multiply the variables. X into x square, y into y square. We have written the same variables together, close to each other. And now we will multiply. What is 15 3s are? 15 3s are 45, we all know. X into x square. X does not have any power, means always 1 is there. And in multiplication, when the bases are same, what we do? We write the base one time and we add the indices. Okay, so index is 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 will be 3. So multiplication of x into x square is x cube. Then y into y. Again same base. When the base is same, we write the base one time and we add the indices. Here we cannot see any indices, means always 1. 1 is there. So 1 plus 1 is 2. We all know y into y is y square. So in this way, this is our answer. 45x cube y square. Now next question, solve. Minus 5 multiply by minus 3. Minus 5 multiply by minus 3. Simple multiplication this is. Minus minus. What will be the sign of answer? It will be plus. When plus sign is there, we don't write. 5 3s are 15. So minus minus plus. 5 3s are 15. That means minus 5 into minus 3 is plus 15. Second one. Minus 6 divide by plus 3. So minus 6 divide by plus 3. One number is having plus sign, another number is minus sign. So answer sign will be minus sign. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So answer is minus 2. In this way, we can solve this multiplication and division. Now let us solve the next sum from the second question. Sub question number 4. Sub question number 4 is find the volume of cube having side 3 centimeter. So for this, what you should know? You should know the formula for volume of cube. What is the formula? Volume of cube is equal to side cube. That means, what is the side given? 3. That means 3 cube. What is 3 cube? 3 into 3 into 3 is 27 cubic centimeter. This is the unit of volume, and that's why volume of cube is 27 cubic centimeter. You can write in short cubic centimeter. In this way you can complete. Now last, fifth sum from question number 2. We have to add 5 plus 5 upon 8. Solution: 5 plus 5 upon 8. So only 5 means always 1 is there, we all know. You can write with pencil. I have shown with my pen only, but you can write here with pencil. We have to imagine that there is 1. Always there is 1. We don't have to imagine, there is 1 always. If the simple integer is there like 5, always there is 1 in the denominator. Now how to solve this? We have to cross multiply. So 5 into 8, 5 multiplied by 8, then plus sign is there, 5 into 1. Okay, upon denominator multiply with denominator, 1 multiplied by 8. Now next step, we have to do multiplication first. 5 8s are 40 plus 5 1s are 5. 1 into 8 is 8. What will be the answer? 40 plus 5 is 45 upon 8. So answer is 45 upon 8. In this way you can solve this sum. So we have completed question number 2. Now let us go on question number 3. Question number 3 is solve any 3 of the following questions, 9 marks. 4 sub questions are there. We have to solve any 3, but here we will be solving all 4 sub questions. So first question is write 3 rational numbers that lie between two numbers 3 upon 8 and 7 upon 8. So let us solve it. Solution. So we know 3 upon 8 is smaller than 4 upon 8. It is smaller than 5 upon 8. It is smaller than 6 upon 8, and it is smaller than 7 upon 8. So therefore the rational numbers that lie between two numbers (3 upon 8 and 7 upon 8) are 4 upon 8, 5 upon 8, 6 upon 8. Okay, now let us go on second sub question from question number 3. If 5 kg sugar costs 125 rupees, how much must we pay for 3 kg sugar? See children, for 5 kg we have to give 125 rupees. So for 3 kg we should have give less amount na. So the weight of sugar is increasing, cost is also increasing. But when the weight of sugar is decreasing, cost will also be decreasing. So one quantity increasing, second quantity also increasing. One quantity decreasing, second quantity also decreasing. So this is an example of which type of variation? It is direct variation or direct proportion. So we write solution. This is an example direct proportion. What we have to find out, how much must we pay for 3 kg sugar. So let us suppose we don't know na, so for this we have to take x. Let us suppose we have to pay x rupees for 3 kg sugar. Okay, so for 3 kg sugar we have to pay x rupees. I write here, for 3 kg we have to pay x rupees, and for 5 kg we have to pay 125 rupees. So this is an example of direct proportion or direct variation. In direct variation, what is constant? Division or multiplication, ratio or product. Ratio is constant, correct? That means division is constant. That means what? Division of this, ratio of this 3 upon x will be equal to 5 upon 125. Now cross multiply. Therefore, x into 5 or 5 into x is equal to 3 into 125. We have cross multiplied. First we have written ratio constant, that's why they are equal. 3 upon x will be equal to 5 upon 125, because this is the example of direct proportion. We all know in inverse proportion the product is constant, but in direct proportion we have to write division or ratio equal ratios. So 5 into x is equal to 3 into 125. Therefore, x will be equal to 3 into 125. Now I am transferring this 5. It will become divided by 5. Okay. So we have transferred this 5 from left hand side to the right hand side. It will go in the denominator. Now we can cancel this. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. If you divide 125 by 5, you will get 25. So x is equal to, we get 3 into 25. What is 3 into 25? 3 into 25 is 75. X we have taken for what? 3 kg sugar amount. What is the amount or how much we have to pay for 3 kg sugar? So we have to pay 75 rupees for 3 kg sugar. So write the answer statement now. We will be writing the answer statement here. Therefore, for 3 kg sugar, we must pay 75 rupees. Very easy. So in this way, we have completed first 2 sub questions from question number 3. Now let us go on third sub question. Third is expand. We have given binomial and its square. So when the binomial and square is there and we have to expand, that means what? We have to use the formula. So first write the question. 3x plus 5y square. Which formula we will have to use? I will write here by using formula. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This formula we will have to apply to this question. So question is 3x plus 5y square. So our a is 3x, correct? I will be writing here with my pencil. A is 3x and b is 5y. So in place of a we will be writing 3x and in place of b we will be writing 5y. We are applying the formula. So 3x whole square plus 2 as it is from formula, multiply by a multiply by b. A is 3x, b is 5y plus b square, b is 5y, so 5y square. So in this way, in place of a we have written 3x, in place of b we have written 5y. Now solve this. 3x square, what is 3 square? 9. Square of x we cannot find out, so write x square plus 2 into 3x into 5y. So first multiply all the coefficients. 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. We have multiplied all the coefficients. Now variables, x into y. X into y means xy. We cannot multiply the variables, so we have to write them as it is without writing the multiplication sign. So answer of this term is, what is the term? 2 into 3x into 5y. Answer is 30xy. Now last term, third term, 5y square. 5 square is 25 and square of y is y square. So in this way we have got our answer. Therefore 3x plus 5y whole square is equal to 9x square plus 30xy plus 25y square. Now the last sub question from question number 3. The number of patients affected by COVID in 5 days is given below. Find the average of COVID patient affected in 5 days. So in first day 132 patient affected, second day 135, third day 131, fourth day 134 and fifth day 138 patients were affected. So we all know how to find the average. So let us start with the formula of average. Average is equal to number of patients, sum. We have to write sum of the numbers of patients. Okay, I will be writing below. Average is equal to sum of the number of patients affected in 5 days upon, what should be written? It is the data about the days, upon total number of days. Correct? So we have to do the sum of the number of patients in numerator. So sum we have to do 132 plus 135 plus 131 plus 134 plus 138 upon how many total number of days are given to us? 5. So first add all these numbers. I will be adding here only 132 plus 135 plus 131 plus 134 plus 138. Add all these numbers. 2 plus 5 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20. 0 written, 2 carrying, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 5s are 15, correct? 1 2 3 4 5, 3 5s are 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, 7 written, 1 carrying, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 670. So answer of this total sum is 670 divided by 5. Now divide 670 by 5. Let us divide 670 by 5. This is the rough work which we are doing here. 5 ones are 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. This 7 we have to write below. 5 3s are 15, correct? 5 3s are 15. 17 minus 15. What is the answer? 2. This 0 we have to brought down. 5 4s are 20. So answer is 134. So in this way we have got the average of number of patients. Let us write the answer statement. Therefore, the average of COVID patients affected in 5 days is 134. So in this way we have to solve this question number 3, all 4 sub questions. Now let us go on question number 4. Question number 4 is solve any two of the following questions. First question is, which two consecutive even numbers have LCM 90? We all know what are the even numbers. Even numbers are the number in where the unit place digits are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, when the unit place digits are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, the numbers are known as even numbers. Then what are the consecutive even numbers? Consecutive means which comes one after other. For example, 12 and 14 are consecutive even numbers. For example, 38 and 40 are consecutive even numbers because they come one after other. Okay, in between them there is odd number. So we don't have to consider the odd number, we have to consider the even numbers. So consecutive even numbers are the numbers, even numbers which come one after other. For example, you can take 46, 48 also. These are the consecutive even numbers. So we have to find out such a two consecutive even numbers whose LCM is 90. So let us first find out the prime factors of 90. Solution. Let us first find prime factors of 90. Okay, this is the rough work. Now let us find the prime factors of 90. You all know how to find. (90). 0 is in the unit place, so that means this number is even number. This is divisible by 2. 2 4s are 8. 9 minus 8, 1 remaining. This 0 means 10. 2 5s are 10. Now 5 is in the unit place, that means this number is not divisible by 2. Whether it is divisible by 3, 4 plus 5 is 9, so it is divisible by 3. 3 1s are 3. 1 remaining, 3 5s are 15. Again 15 is divisible by 3, 3 5s are 15. 5 is the prime factor, it is divisible by itself only, so 5 1s are 5. So factors of 90 are 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. Now let us check the pair of these numbers. If you do the pair of these numbers, what will be the two pairs of numbers form? Do we get even numbers? Let us see. 2 into 3 pairs of prime factors of 90. Okay, 2 into 3 and 3 into 5. What we get? 2 3s are 6. 3 5s are 15. 6 is even number, but 15 is not even number, so this is cancelled. Now next one is 2 into 5 and 3 into 3. 2 5s are 10 and 3 3s are 9. Again 10 is the even number, 9 is not the even number. So we are not getting the pairs of even numbers. That means there are not such two consecutive even numbers whose LCM is 90. So we will be writing there are not such two consecutive even numbers have LCM of 90. Okay, so in this way you can write the answer. Now let us go on the second sub question from question number 4. Second sub question is, Subhash's age is more than Sania's age by 3 years. The sum of their ages is 33 years. Find the age of Subhash and Sania. We have to find both of their ages. And we don't know any one of their ages. Only we know that Subhash is bigger than Sania by 3 years. Who is bigger? Subhash. Subhash age is more means what? Subhash is bigger. Subhash is older than Sania. So as Subhash is older, whose age should be taken as X? Sania's. After than the next sentence, whatever quantity is there, those quantity we have to take as X. Okay, so Sania's age we will be imagining as the X. We have to imagine Sania's age as X. So solution, let us suppose Sania's age is X years. If Sania's age is X years, what will be the Subhash's age? Therefore, Subhash age is, Subhash is older or his age is more than Sania by 3. That means his age will be X plus 3 years. Correct? For example, if I say Sania's age is 3 years and Subhash is 3 years older than Sania, what you will do? 3 plus 3. And we will get Subhash's age 6. That means we have to add 3 in the Sania's age to get the age of Subhash. So in this way, the Subhash age is X plus 3 years. Next question, next sentence is, the sum of their ages is 33 years. Sum, that means total. So according to given condition, according to given condition, what is the condition given? Sum of their ages. That means Sania's age plus Subhash's age. What is the sum? 33. So Sania's age is X plus Subhash's age is X plus 3. Their total is 33. X, remove the bracket, X plus 3 is equal to 33. What is X plus X? There is no coefficient means 1 is there. There is no coefficient means 1 is there. So 1x plus 1x will be, therefore, and we have to put here. So 1x plus 1x is 2x plus 3 is equal to 33. Now plus 3 we transfer here, 2x write down as it is, 33 as it is, plus 3 transfer, it becomes minus 3. 2x is equal to 33 minus 3 is 30. Now we have to transfer this x. X is equal to, sorry, transfer the 2, not x. We write x as it is on the left hand side. 30 upon 2. This 2 transfer, it becomes upon 2. Okay. 2x plus 3 is 33. 2x is equal to 33. This plus 3 transfer, it becomes minus 3. 2x is equal to 33 minus 3 is 30. Now we have to transfer this 2 on the right hand side. It becomes divide by 2. So x is equal to 30 upon 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 15s are 30. Therefore x is equal to 15 we are getting. So x we have considered as Sania's age. So Sania's age we have got 15 years. And Subhash is 3 years bigger. That means he will be of 18 years. So let us write the answer statement. Therefore, Sania's age is 15 years and Subhash's age is 15 plus 3 is equal to 18 years. In this way, we have to solve this word problem. Okay. Now, let us go on the last sub question. Last question is, the area of rectangle is 122 square centimeter. If its length is 15, what is the perimeter? We have to find the perimeter. So for perimeter, we all know what is the formula of perimeter of rectangle. 2 into length plus breadth, correct? So we require length also and breadth also. Length is given but breadth is not given. So from this area of rectangle, first find out the breadth. So write the solution. In solution, we will first write the formula. Area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by breadth. Correct? So length, area of rectangle is given 120 square centimeter. Length is given 15. Breadth we have to find out. So for breadth, I will be writing B only. Now 15 transfer on this side. 120 divided by 15 is equal to breadth B. 15 and 120 division. Do the division. What is the answer? 15 8s are 120. Correct. So we write here 15 1s and 15 8s are. And therefore B is equal to 8 centimeter. Breadth is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay. So here I write breadth of rectangle is equal to 8 centimeter. Now we have got the breadth. The length is already given. We have to find the perimeter. So write the formula for perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. So 2 into length is 15, breadth is 8. 2 into 15 plus 8, what is the answer? 23. So 2 into 23, what is the answer? 46 centimeter. So write the answer statement. Therefore, perimeter of rectangle is 46 centimeter. In this way, we can complete this test number 3, final test of our bridge course, and we can complete the bridge course also. Thank you for watching this video. Keep on watching all my videos of Standard 8.